Alright guys, welcome to part 2 of my skeleton painting tutorial. Again, I'm sorry I cannot talk right now apparently. Alright, let's get started. So our bleach bone base coat is done now. There he is. Okay, moving on. So now we have to do the washes. And the first wash we will do is a wash of the following: ogre and flesh. Now, if you've used ogre and flesh in your painting before, you will know that ogre and flesh is sort of a brown, possibly reddish, hopefully a little bit reddish color to it. This will give the effect of the model has some leftovers and some extra dirt and debris on him in the cracks and crevices of the model, which I like actually, and it will help to further darken the tone of the model down, which we'll go for. So we have a pretty old brush, pretty stiff brush. I like it, good for washing I think, and we are going to just go right into it. Take your brush. I usually like to water down my brush, dip it in the water before going into the wash to prevent a total takeover of the color. So let's get right into it. Again, I'll try to stay on camera. I'm not used to this type of thing, but okay. And just want to liberally, I don't know. I just try to get it all over the model. Whoops, I went too much in the space right there. If you get too much on the model, you can take your brush, dip it in the excess, and spread it around to areas that do need it. Which for me is now all of the model. Get some more. Let's go to his back real quick. There's a nice open area right there. And that's a lot right there. And I just need to spread it around the model. Now usually I would do these guys from anywhere between 3 to 5 at a time, but for a coursework tutorial I would do 1. Alright, got the most of it done. Now let's go back over and look where I missed. Oh, right there. Our next wash will be a wash of Bad Black. Alright, I think I've gone pretty much everywhere on him. Alright, wash your brush off, put it on your drying napkin, or my drying napkin, close the wash all the way, and I'll show you the final product of the ogre and flesh wash. And you can see he was already getting that darker, grittier, and more lively tone to him. Unlively, should I say. Alright, now let's move on to the Bad Black wash. And while I have to wait for this guy to dry, you do not. Now let's skip right to it. Right now. Alright guys, we're back. I waited about probably, let's say 5 minutes for the wash to fully dry. And so let's move on to the next wash. If I can focus on the camera. Alright, again, maybe clear something up. He may look really red and really washed, but actually he's the bleach bone is actually showing pretty well through the wash. He still has that bone color to him, So don't worry if you look at the camera or the video and saying, wow, it's really red and really dark. It's actually not as bad as it looks in the camera. It's probably the lighting. Alright. I move on to Bad Black, and I'm running out of that as well. So it's even more important to water this one down for me. We're going to take our same brush, washed off though, of course, and dip it in the water, and let's get started. Alright, get this guy in the center of the camera, get my wash, bring the wash over here. Alright, cool. Now depending on how dark you want this guy, want your model, this is the time to decide. So, I'm not sure what, I like a little variety in my guys. Like one of my guys is pretty dark, and I'm pretty happy with them though. So, it's up to you how much to apply here. I think I may have put too much of the organ flesh on here. And let's skip right to the end of this wash. It's kind of boring watching me do this anyways. Oh, never mind. I have time. I can just show you guys real quick. Alright, I think we're about done. Alright. Alright, there we go. You cannot see in the camera because he is darker now, but because of lighting. But yeah. The full effect of the washes is done just about at the when they're dry. So he may look really dark and really washed out, or really on the video camera. But oh, I'm shaking now. But that's about all I want. He looks pretty much just like the model in the what's it called, the title credits. So he looks pretty good. And we're going to call that a wrap for video number 9 part 2.